Hey, welcome back to the Gratu Orloff television program. It's July 4th, 2022, in the year of our Lord, and we sure are happy here in Mount Gratu, Kentucky, celebrating the 4th of July and all the wonderful things going on in our country today. And hey, this is going to be a special episode, bound to go viral, where we celebrate all things American, and I'm going to unveil a box I discovered right outside the front yard in the street. There's a little hole that goes down into the sewer system, and I thought I'd crawl down that hole. I saw some cats going down into it, and I found a plastic tub, like the types you get from Big Lots, and shit if it didn't have about $60,000 of rare vintage comic books and key issues in it. $60,000 of comics found in a sewer system, free. Unbelievable. Now, I haven't looked at any of the comics yet, but I figure they're vintage and that there are key issues in there, and that they're about $60,000 worth based on the weight of the box, right? Drew is barking at something. Perhaps there is an enemy outside. I don't see anyone out here. Why are you barking, Drew? What is up, man?
In case you're wondering,
What is up with you?
brought to you by baseball. Hot dogs.
She's barking to tell us how much she enjoys baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet here on the Gratu Orloff International Network. We've been broadcasting to you in color here on the Gratu Orloff channel for, I don't know, 3-4 years now. I don't know how long. And we got up to 330, how many? 367 subscribers? Yeah, and then we lost a subscriber yesterday, and now we're back down to 366. But we got someone watching now from the Philippines, someone watching from Finland. I think maybe at least 2 people in Finland. We got people in England and people in the United States, and real Americans watch the Gratu Orloff television program. Americans that appreciate true Americans, American things like the Great Garloo and Big Lou and the Lawgiver, a true American. And rock and roll is definitely a real American invention. And of course, comic books, and we're going to be doing an unboxing of key issues here in a moment. Key issues worthy of slabbing, I'm 100% sure. Oh shit! They'll all be worthy of slabbing. So let me make sure there are no interruptions. Let me yeah. Hey, make sure there are no interruptions. I'm about to go viral with my new amazing episode where I unveil $60,000 worth of comic books found in the sewer system. Yes. All right, yep. I'll talk to you later. All right, fuck you, bye. All right, so how have you guys been? Did you watch fireworks last night? Weren't they lovely? Oh, that was just so wonderful. Yes, indeed. Fireworks. Fireworks. Pure whiskey, ladies and gentlemen. And so, once again, as darkness falls on Mount Gratu, Iowa, we go to the 3rd floor to explore the world of comic books. But first, let's be patriotic and turn off the lights, because that's what all real Americans do, as Putin has brought our electric bills up higher and higher. That foul fiend, that dastardly criminal, Putin. I heard on CNN that he's a bad guy and that he's caused our electric bills to go up. So that's quite a shame. Yes. Sorry, people have been complaining that the amplification, so I'll make sure I carry my microphone around. A real American hero, Frankenstein's monster. Someone that, this is, look, baseball, rock and roll cowboys, Frankenstein, Ratfink, prisoners in the castle, in Castlemare, Dracula, all, well, Dracula's not an American hero, but you know that Prince Charles is related to Count Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. All right, amazing. Let's head on up. We're going to take the elevator. We've loaded up the elevator with lots of goodies to take up to unbox and unveil, in addition to the tremendous box from the sewer that we're going to be looking at here in a few moments. Okay, so I closed the door all the way so no one will open the door and fall to their deaths, because we're now in an elevator that's going to take us up to floor 3. We're moving on up to the north side to a deluxe 3rd floor in the sky high. Yeah, we're moving on up to the 3rd floor where we'll unbox comics and we'll get a piece of the sky. The 3rd floor sure is, yes, sure is, man, sure is. All right. Well, here we are, once again. And hearing weird voices, someone saying, "Hey buddy, how are you?" But what I realize it's coming from the floor above here. It's something my wife's watching on television. It unnerved me for a moment. Someone saying, "Hey buddy, how are you?" When there's no living souls in this house other than 2 cats, a dog, and my wife, and me. Excuse me. All right. Well, we're here. And I'll be showing you those rare comics in a moment. Let's get the lights going. Yeah, we gotta have light for a television program. Let's let there be light. And there was light, and it was good. It was a good light, man. Okay, what else do we need? Oh, we need the ring light, the official. Oh, there's what? Yeah, so $60,000 worth of comics found in the sewer. Unbelievable. Who would have thought you'd find comic books in a sewer system? It used to be you'd find lots of comics in the sewer system and shit. God damn it. Oh. But it's kind of rare nowadays. It's not as common as it used to be. Back in the 70s, I'd go down in the sewer all the time and find comics. So whenever you can, crawl in the sewer, because you never know what you're going to find down there. All right. All right, we're getting close to $60,000 worth of rare comic books. Oh, tonight I'm going to be going live on StreamYard with a special guest. So make sure you tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be this evening. I reckon about the time that darkness falls on Gratouville, we'll go live. And perhaps you'll be there too. I'll have guests come on. It don't cost nothing to come on. Oh yeah, how about that? Well, let's go in the comic book room for a moment. Okay. I had a whole bunch of discs of roller rink music. But I keep playing the same one. Let me see if I can't find more. Because you're hearing the same music over and over again. Some people have been complaining. Actually, no one's been complaining, but it sounds good, doesn't it? This is Player Piano and Doo-Wop. Earl Bostic, he's great. But that might be copywritten, more than likely. Where are those discs, man? They could be anywhere. Are they here? Reggae hits of the 70s. This is labeled. The Mad Daddy Ear Checks. That's not what I need. Oh, over here. These might be them. 6 hours of Christmas Rinks. Well, it's almost Christmas. Let's get some Christmas roller rink music going. Yeah, tonight we'll be going live. Did I mention that to you? We need to all appear. I summon ye forth. And let's go live tonight, do a big, really big shoe, man. There's Drew the dog with your little green bone. She's camera shy this morning. All right. Let there be music. I want Christmas to last all year long. And if we can believe that Joe Biden is the president, then we can believe that it's Christmas in July. All right. Superman, a real American. All right, hold a second. Get some more light up here. It's very dark on floor 3. Would you bring some more lighting, bring some of the lighting system up? Thank you. All right, play goodbye. Glory to the newborn king, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of kings, did you hear that Prince Charles is related to Dracula? It's true, man, true. Okay, so, oh, I had some boxes I need to take off of the elevator. But don't worry, soon we'll get to the $60,000 in free comics found in the sewer. I put you there. Put her there, pal. Okay, I've been through this box. I've been through that box. Oh yeah, I remember the last time I was here, I was in absolute pain. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I went downstairs and I started crying about how terrible the world is, which is nonsense. I now realize that that's foolishness. The world is wonderful, and we celebrate here on July 4th how wonderful it is. Okay, fuck. What is this shit? What are these? Oh. Get this comic out of this nasty bag. This is Mystery in Space from it's issue 112. How about that? It's got a Richie Rich ad in a DC comic. Nobody will acknowledge it, except for here on the Gratu Orlov channel, how much Richie Rich's dad looks like Donald Trump. But the media don't want to admit it because they're afraid it will humanize Donald Trump. So, but I don't want to lose another subscriber by talking about Donald Trump. Oh, that would be terrible. Actually, if you're an asshole, please unsubscribe. Please do that now, like immediately. No assholes allowed here, man. Okay, so we're as if an asshole would have ever gotten this far in this video. So 18 minutes in, you're still watching. You've got to be cool, man. You cool, man? You sure you're cool? Yeah, man, we're all cool here in the Gratu universe. Mystery in Space would go after my love. The New Mutants. What a wonderful shit. I have the first Deadpool. I can't even explain it. You want to trade for real comics like from the 60s? I'm a ready teddy, man. Oh, look, it's the hero from Tales of the Zombie has been given his own comic book in a Marvel Max title. Max means we're going to show you eyes ripped out of sockets and horrible violence. Like this, you know, like it just shows someone being shot through the head and the brain's exploding. Because, yeah, every page is going to have like unnecessary things, like a guy's ass being exposed. Like, why is his ass exposed? Who writes this shit? I love Tales of the Zombie from the 70s, the comic, but you know, and I love gore movies, but this isn't the time or place. And I love EC Comics, but EC Comics didn't show me a guy's ass. Yeah, they might have shown this kind of gore, but... And I guess the zombie never was in a kid's comic, really. Well, he started in a kid's comic in the 50s, in one story. And then they brought him back in a magazine size. It was Tales of the Zombie, and that was always PG-13 kind of stuff. So technically, I don't think they ever had him teamed up with Spider-Man and Marvel team up. So he's never really part of the color Marvel universe that's aimed at 12-year-olds. But at least it gives me I don't have many comics that start with Z. So that's goes in the very last in this box. What I'm doing is alphabetizing these books here. I got to alphabetize this whole room, and then I'm going to go and file these books once they're alphabetized into the real boxes in the other room. Then everything will be alphabetized. Everything, and this is all stuff post Silver Age. This is all Bronze Age stuff in here. So I don't know. I got that from a dollar bin somewhere. Here is a comic I haven't read yet. It's The Seven Soldiers of Victory by Grant Morrison. You guys can tell me down in the comments what you think of that. Submariner. 7 would be before Submariner. Yes, I hope you're having a Merry Christmas here. What is this? It's got a great cover, so it must be a shitty comic, because that's how comics are today. It's Catwoman 11, probably from a few years ago. I don't know how old this is, but it's DC does this thing now where they hide the title, and, which is very un-American, in my opinion. Oh, look at this. See, I've got 2 copies of this, so I'd be glad to sell one. I may be doing an auction or just a show where I show them off, and you can put in the comments, I buy that for blah 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 dollars and whatever. Trying to raise some money because yesterday I gassed up the car for the first time in a month and a half because I don't drive much. And it was $79. That's if for a Subaru. I'm not driving a big pickup. What does it cost? Did any of you drive trucks? And I hear diesel is almost impossible to get. So, what does that mean? All our food gets to us by diesel. What's going to happen when all the diesel dries up? And all the food manufacturing plants seem to be erupting into fire, or mysterious explosions, or trains carrying food are derailed. It's just very mysterious. It's probably space aliens. The Legion of Superheroes from some time period. Well, it's not new because it's $1.25. I love the Legion of Superheroes. The 60s era. And then the 70s was really cool. Then the Crisis on Infinite Earths happened, and the Legion kept going without Superboy. And, I have a lot of them, but I haven't. How was Legion after that time period? Pretty much, I'm a Rip Van Winkle comic book collector. Most of what I've got, comic book wise, is from before the 90s. And then in the 90s I was buying comics from the 60s. And in the 80s I was buying music from the 50s and 60s. I've always been decades behind. And then, the comics of the 90s start looking so ugly, and then there were all those Image comics, and everything looked alike, and I just I would still go to the comic store every week looking for stuff, all futilely, and I wind up buying books that reprinted old books from the 50s or 60s, or I'd buy monster magazines from the 60s, or I'd buy anything but the new comics. And occasionally something new would come out, new comic book wise, that would interest me, that had artwork by Mike Allred, or there have been some good artists, few, but most of the artists I like draw like people used to in the old days, so I'm still faithful to the old spirit. I just like the new the new people that I like draw and make their books like old books. Darwin Cook. There's somebody else too. Yeah, the kid, he passed away. So whatever, dude, whatever. Sometimes I'll pick up these books from the '90s now, and I'll, just in a dollar bin or something. And I don't know if they're any good or not. Like here's Teen Titans 31. It's another book where they hide the title at the bottom. Oh, this Swamp Thing show. We watched the first 2 episodes and it was really good, and we never watched. It wasn't that. I don't know what was it that caused us to never go beyond that. I remember they canceled the show, and once they canceled the show like almost the day that it started airing on the DC Nation app channel, and then once they canceled it, somehow it took the fun out of the show. I heard that they canceled it and they just shut down shooting of it and condensed the last several episodes that were going to be filmed into one, just so they just wanted to get rid of it. They didn't want to, but it seemed pretty good, the TV show. Let me look inside this fucking thing and see what the artwork inside looks. Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. If this is a shitty comic, it's another thing I'll just be selling. I may turn the front room of the house into a comic store. Well, it looks like this. At some point, Kid Flash was made African American in the TV show and in the comic, and it looks like Robin is African American too. I don't know. So I don't know how many Robins there are. It must be a different Robin. It looks like this is Lobo, which is a character I never cared about. That's kind of when comics started to go bad. In the 80s, I think that's when Lobo started. And I used to make fun of Buddy Saunders, the owner of Lone Star Comics, for getting pissed off about Lobo. And even though I didn't read Lobo comics, I just thought he's being an old, censoring asshole. And now I completely realize, now that I'm probably the age he was back then, I realized exactly what he was doing and what he knew was about to happen to the comic industry. Yeah, he got pissed. I heard from people that worked at Lone Star Comics. Be kind of like, I'll be like that girl that testified before that Russian type. You probably even can't say the word. It's a date in the month of January that looks like that, and they are having test hearings where they don't do any cross examinations. They brought up this woman and said, "Yes, President Trump, I heard from somebody that talked to the Secret Service man's uncle that Trump got real mad and said, 'I'm the motherfucking president,' and he lunged forward and grabbed the steering wheel, 'Take me to the Capitol,' and then the Secret Service man said something to the effect of," she kept saying something to the effect of to cover her, "he grabbed Trump's arm and said, 'No, President, you can't do that. We have to get you to the Oval Office.' And so with Trump's other arm, he lunged for the throat of the Secret Service man. I heard something to the effect of that." Well, anyway, what the fuck was that? What was I even talking about? Okay, why was I even talking? Okay, I said I'll be like that woman and say, oh yeah, I heard, just like her, I heard from these people that were working at Lone Star Comics when Buddy Saunders came out of the back room and said, I don't know if he cursed, but "Fuck it, I'm done with DC. This is shit." He was so pissed. And then I do know, this is something that's not hearsay, unlike that whole show trial. Buddy Saunders put all the DC comics in the very back of the store, and it was a big store. He put them in the very back. And they put all the Marvel in the towards the middle of the store, and in the front was all the wholesome toys. And the point is, they put out adult comics of Lobo, where he was like a rapist and had thousands of children and all this horrible stuff. And then Lobo was also, these were the comics meant for an adult audience. And then Lobo also was appearing in just the regular Superman comics that were aimed at 10-year-olds. And so he was really pissed because kids would see Lobo in the kids' comics, and then they would want to get these other comics. And so he saw what was coming for the whole industry. And now Spider-Man is kissing boys. It's a different Spider-Man, but they've got to have a gay Spider-Man, from what I understand. I heard about that the other day. Quite amazing, huh, Drew? Drew doesn't approve. Anyway, Teen Titans. This is nothing like the real Teen Titans, but now look at this. He got the hell beaten out of him here. Well, I'll put this in the very back of the Teen Titans section. This Un-American Teen Titans comic. But there's another. We're going back in time to when it was good. How about that? Yeah. So anyway, I gotta get these Teen Titans comics with the Teen Titans in the other room. Here's George Perez. Perez. You gotta put the accent on the second syllable. Perez. I don't know if I can do it. 33. So many years I was just so used to saying George Perez, and then, once he passes away, all his fellow, his friends on social media are all saying, you remember to put the accent on the second syllable. Well, my wife was in the subway about a month, right when he passed away. What? Trying to show me how to pronounce it. And because Spanish is her first language. And I just can't get it. But last night I wasn't sure how old I was. I was asking her, am I 56 or am I 57? And she says, you're 57. I don't barely even know my name, man. I'm ready to be reincarnated. I've already forgotten everything, man. Oh, I promised to show you the comics I found in the sewer. Shit. I get very forgetful. See, here I am being forgetful again. It's not that I make fun of Biden for being senile. That I make fun of him because he's always been stupid. I don't even know that he is senile. I think this is all. It's all. He knows what he's doing. Everything is being done by. They're trying to make it seem. They want you to hate him and want you to think, he's just so stupid. But it's. They want you to think all of this because what he's doing is it's either stupidity or it's evil. It's like traitorous working with other powers to bring our country down. It's either total stupidity, but nothing that he is doing is being written by him. He has notes that say, come into the room, shake hands, sit down, read the words on the screen, wait for applause to end, call on this reporter, then don't take any other questions, then leave room, go to right. I mean, they're telling him everything to do, and they're writing the question is, who is writing all of his speeches and all the things that he says. So, anyway. But Trump's going to be in Alaska next Saturday. That's going to be fun. I was going to take my jet up there. I keep my jet in the garage. All right, let's take this box into the other room. Oh, wow, this is a heavy box. Some magazines are heavier than others. A box of Mad magazine is light, but if it's a box of Playboys, it's gonna be heavy. And I don't know why the paper for some are heavier than others. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Oh, this is, I read this to you once. This is written by my grandmother. It's her account of coming from Ireland to the United States back in the early part of the 1900s. Oh, cool. Oh, shit. I've got a cool poster here. It says, look up there in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's that singularity in the punch bowl, Super Fat Freddy. It's an advertisement for Fat Freddy's comics and stories. Yeah, man, that should be, that's Rip-Off Press, 1983. How about that? That's pretty cool. The things you find when you're going through stuff. It's a box set of Dirty Harry movies. All the Dirty Harry movies on Blu-ray. And what is this? This is all the Lord of the Rings movies on Blu-ray. So I need to get these into the other room. It's Reach Out, the Living New Testament. It's made to look real far out, like you think it says freak out. But it's really, it says take me home. So, and they've got a special little envelope. It's from the First Southern Baptist Church in Del City, Oklahoma. Wow, it's just like it's literally the whole Bible, I guess. It's pretty cool. It does. You would never think this is a Bible. The things you find. I gotta get this on the bookshelf. The Life and Times of Little Richard, and a guide to Tolkien. Did that show ever come on Netflix or wherever? There's some show that, or HBO, they were going to destroy Tolkien. Was the next casualty of the woke movement. I've been hearing people complain about that a lot online, but then it seemed to kind of die out. Like I stopped hearing the complaining, so I don't know if the show premiered or what. There was a lot of protesting about the Supreme Court last weekend, and it only seemed to last about 2 or 3 days, and then it just stopped, which was unusual. Everyone was predicting, oh, this is going to go all summer long. It's going to be a summer of rage, but what I was explaining is that there's not a face behind it yet. To get people to stay out in the streets for weeks and weeks, well, first of all, you got to have a lot of money. You got to pay these people. Usually George S. pays these people money and buses them in. Oh, Drew just vomited. Better clean that up. Anyway, okay, so you need some face behind a movement like a Rosa Parks or a Trayvon or George Floyd or just some person that you can put their name on a sign, and then that will that's kind of important. And there isn't a face for people to get upset about this ruling about the big A word. And so I think they're saying there's a 10-year-old girl that was R'd somewhere, and she's not being allowed to get an A. And so I imagine that girl or someone like her will become the face. There has to be someone that's refused access to an A, and then and then that's what everyone's going to get upset about. So that's why we haven't seen the sustained protests yet. Okay, toilet paper. I've got to clean up some vomit. I won't show you the vomit. It would be very John Waters of me to do that. How about that? All right. Yeah, well, we're going to be seeing $60,000 worth of comics I found in the sewer here in a moment. Never fear. First, I must cleanse my hands of the vomit germs. And nothing quite cleanses like fire. So I'll get the fire going here. Okay. Drew must not have liked her breakfast. The weather outside is frightening, man. It's like in the 70s here in Mount Grotto. Very hot. Let me plug you guys in. Turned on, tuned in, plugged in. As I'm recording with an iPhone. I stands for indigestion. What is this shit? It's laser tag. It's Mephisto versus the X-Men. Everybody was speculating on Mephisto there for a while. They thought he was going to be in something or other. They thought he was going to be in Wanda versus Vision. They thought he was going to be in Doctor Strange. They thought he was going to, But all those investing idiots were wrong. Wrong, baby, wrong. He appeared in nothing. Buy what you like. Don't buy based on what Comic Tom 101 tells you to invest in. This is a shitty box of comics, man. Well, this is a bunch of shit. Look, it's the official handbook of dead people. So you can keep a scorecard going of all the Marvel heroes that are dead. Who does this? These are all our dead people we killed off. Yeah, how about that? What the hell is this? Oh, they have a whole section on vampires. Look at that. Yeah, that shows you things that bother vampires, like the cross. About that. Stakes bother them. There's Rachel Van Helsing. How about that? Yeah, this is the Marvel Encyclopedia, the Marvel Universe. This is Terrax. Apparently he got killed off. Oh, they killed off the tarantula? How about that? Yeah, the tarantula. They killed off Stick, man. How about that? The official handbook of the Marvel Universe, number 20, Book of the Dead, Deluxe Edition. Okay, so would you file it under O for official, H for handbook, or I'll file it under M for Marvel Universe? Oh, see, I already have another copy of that in here. That's another book I've got doubles or maybe triples of. Here's Silver Sable, number 5. They'll never make a TV show of her because, well, they, you know, if they change her, they might. It's maybe they get, you know, like Halle Berry to play her or something, or they could get some actress from the Middle East to play her. Let's see. How about Marvel Universe number 13? Super Adaptoid to Umar. Ooh, Thundra was always... I mean, it's just... Whenever... It seems like every character, they change the way they look, you know? And it seems like an Anglo character is going to be... Yeah, who cares about them? So if there's an Anglo character, we're going to make them crazy, like Moon Knight. We're not going to. There's a Silver Sable 4. I'm so sick of all these movies. Oh, they'll probably make her trans. That's what they'll do. Because that's the only way it's okay to probably... all right, Marvel Universe number 13. All right. What? Here's another Book of the Dead. Drew the dog is, maybe it's time for her lunch. Oh, what was in this box I brought from the elevator? Let's take a look. So there's a nail on top. That's not good. Shit. I need to get that off the floor. I've seen Drew chew up plastic thumbtacks, man. She'll like eat anything. Okay. This says Girly Mags Box 1. We saw some Girly Mags the other day. And, she's hungry. So this is indeed Girly Mags. Stuff like Blaze and Boudoir. It's all 1950s and 60s stuff. So that's what that is. Let's go down and feed Drew the dog, and then we'll look at $60,000 and expensive, rare, valuable key issues. Come on, Drew, let's eat some grub. So she follows me.
Someone that you care. Give the Genie automatic garage door picture up and you'll take it in a very special way. Genie will open and close your door. You sit inside your car. Just push the button in the palm of your hand. Get a Genie, only by alliance. Holidays are something special.
Christmas, give the family a gift everyone will enjoy. A Genie garage door opener. And now through December 17th, you can buy the deluxe model at Dayton's for just $139.95. That's Dayton's lowest price ever. Hurry in.
Kills holders, kills holders, kills holders, kills holders. Airwick, a great new discovery. Airwick kills kitchen motors.
I'll be back.
Kills fish, cabbage, onion holders, even stale tobacco holders. Every kind of household odor has to vanish quick. 'Cause Airwick kills holders, Airwick kills holders, kills holders, kills holders, kills holders. Babies grow so fast it seems.
They're tiny only in your dreams.
Babies grow on love from you and care.
your favorite sport? Baseball. Sandwich? Pie? And what's your favorite car, America? Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet, huh?
Sorry,
Well, you sure sound like a
I'm back.
Well, you better tell me again. I just might forget.
Well, as I promised, we're going to look at $60,000 worth of very valuable comic books. Yeah. Yeah, where are the lights? I asked you to bring up lights, and they never got here. Yeah. Bring them up. Yeah, I'm going to need them for the live broadcast tonight. That we'll be going live tonight on StreamYard. Make sure you bring those up. All right, thank you, bye. All right. Let's take a look at these comic books I've been promising. Oh, we have more books in the fucking elevator we need to take off. This one is DVD-Rs. Let me get this off the elevator. The elevator's a little hot. Put this box over here. The Blue Christmas Without You, folks. Hopefully we'll still be here this Christmas. This should go in the Big Eye room. I used to have a blue cat just like this, but it got broken by Princess, my cat that passed away. She didn't like it being on a windowsill, and as cats are wont to do, swiped it right off the windowsill. Usually she wasn't so mischievous or mischievous, however you choose to pronounce that word. And here's a little girl's record player that should go in that room. Covered in little girl type stickers from 1971-72. Let's put it in that same room. And then we'll be looking at $60,000 worth of very valuable vintage comic books found in the sewer system. We're getting lots of work done here in the Gratu Manor. This is we're doing the Lord's work here, making this house like a quite wonderful resort that you can come visit. In fact, that's the guest bedroom that I was just in, where perhaps you will stay for a day, a week, or a lifetime, which might be a day. Yeah. Or however long it takes to starve to death. Okay. Set you down. Are we still recording? Quite possibly. Damn. I need to put the case back on this phone. It's going to shatter yet. Falling all over the place. Like it don't got no sense. The dog is still bothering me, even though it's eaten two giant. You were a witness. She ate two gigantic things. Okay, so Here's some magazines. Some magazines, man. What is in here? It's a folder from the 80s or 90s. Oh, these are original. These are the originals for. These are flyers for parties. It was the politically incorrect party, sponsored by the magazine I used to make. This is the original cut and paste deal, and this was the back. Tells you all about where the party's gonna be. Look at that. That was May 11th, 1991, I believe. This is another alternate flyer for the same party. Yeah. This is another flyer for October 26th for a different party that was happening. Back in the old days, late 80s, early 90s, this was to honor Uncle Fester's birthday party. This is that October 26th party. These are original flyers that we would distribute, and the parties would be in a warehouse. Lots of crazy music playing. Another one for Uncle Fester's birthday bash party. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We thought they'd last forever and a day. Yes. This folder labeled Mad Balls has different alphabets. This is before computers. I got a book from the library with all these alphabets, so I photocopied them, and then I would photocopy them, cut them out with scissors, and then I could do things like those flyers I just showed you. That's all before the computer came along. All right, so this looks like this has a bunch of folders in it. This one's a Garbage Pail Kids one. A bunch of stuff, bunch of flyers. These are a bunch of band flyers for T-Tex Edwards and the Swingin' Cornflake Killers. That's what that one is. 1, 2, 3. Another Garbage Pail Kids folder. Oh, this is another party flyer. It's the Psycho Freakout. August 15th, 1992. Man, that was 92 to 2002 to 12. That was 30 years ago, a little more. Almost 30 years ago. Why, it's a Taco Bell bag with their version of Batgirl. Here's a flyer for a band called Chain Link Fence playing at the Bar of Soap. Here's an invitation to the to join the Olivia Newton-John fan club. How about that? Incredible what you'll find in these old folders. What will be in this one? Oh, it's a press kit originally for Red Cross's album Third Eye. This album. Red Cross is a great band. Oh, it is a press kit. Well, it's still got a photograph of the band in here, but I also have some of Joe Riley stuff in here. Oh, wow. Joe Riley was my friend that did the show The Hypnotic Eye. Here's some of his sketches. Now, these are from his sketchbook. This is a photocopy. This is not original art, unfortunately. I don't know how much of his original art still survives, because when he passed away, I hear that most of his possessions were burned. There's a sketch he did of Space Ghost. He was an amazing artist. These are all, looks like they're dated 1995. Now, I put out a magazine called The Sophisticate, and Joe wrote me a letter, and I think this is his original letter, and I think this is how we first met. And then we did a show called The Hypnotic Eye together, and okay, so it says Kenneth, which is Gratu's actual name. I saw the best of Sophisticate over at Eddie Holland's joint and ran out to Forbidden to snag my own copy. Yeah, somebody who tells him, fuck off. I loved it. I'm bugging you for any back issues. I might can make it worth your while. For instance, have one of Criswell's albums from the early 60s, Criswell Predicts. I can make you a nice copy for trade. Or videotapes. I got goofy shit like Ultra 7 or other Japanese live action, Spanish monster stuff like Santo and the Blue Demon versus Dracula and the Wolfman in Spanish, the Brainiac and old 50s and 60s junk like the Uncut Flesh Eaters, Wood's Night of the Ghouls, or any of the Buchanan shit, Zontar, Eye Creatures, Mars Needs Women, etc. I have toys too, but not as many as Eddie, or as diverse. I've been trading a lot off too, but I guess it couldn't hurt to ask me if you're trying to find something in particular. Give a call, blah, 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 or write. He says, P.S. I draw up my own mini comic if you want to trade for that. And this is probably about 90. I don't know. It's not dated. I'm guessing this is about 1993 that this letter was written. Let's see. And then he wrote another letter here, and it says, like, hey man, as I sit watching the Japanese letterbox version of War of the Gargantuas, I mourn the final death. Oh shit! No, don't mess with those, Drew. She's gonna eat these, man. Drew, you're being a pestilence, man. You're a violent person. Trying to read this historic letter from Joe Riley to me. The final death of Uncle Herman. Gwen died after 179 years of darning his way through life. Was Fred Herman or was Herman Fred? Okay, so Fred Gwynn had just passed away, so that'll date it. He did love his smokes, though. He'll always be that 7-foot-tall green punk rod member in a leather jacket, smirking. Do you know if the services are to be held at the Gateman, Goodbury, and Graves? I won't mourn much. I'll turn on the TV, and there he'll be again. I looked through my records and decided to throw a couple of titles at you. Multiplication Rock. Do you have this? Hard to find. What's New Pussycat? Great music. Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs. I found this still sealed. Enter the Dragon, Mission Impossible, the first record with a great end title music. The Uncle Floyd Show album, Space 1999, Westworld, Navajo Joe, obscure Burt Reynolds, Italian Western, Mad Max. I have a lot of weird things. Do you ever get a hold of that cool tape, Meet the Munsters, at one of those cons? I got one. As the Japanese stuff goes, I've got Ultra 7, Volume 1 and 2, Return of Ultraman, Volume 1, Ultraman Zoffy, movie compilation, Ultraman Great, Volumes 1 and 2, Ultra Taro, the movie, Sound is Low, Kakaida, Volume, ? Kamen Rider, Volume 5, don't do it, Drew, it's un-American. Kamen Rider Amazon, Bloody with Weird Monsters, Volume, I don't know what Putin has gotten into my dog. Drew, you're possessed by the spirit of Putin, man. Soul Brain, Kamen Rider, Shen's recent movie Spectre-Man, Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's right off the top of my head. Write me and let me know what you'd like. If you got any Rat Fink recordings, Munster recordings, or any other Funny Face recordings besides that first record, then we can talk about that too. I have a couple of Funny Face iron-ons I'm willing to trade too. With it, watermelon t-shirt size, lefty lemon pocket size. So anyway, he was oh, this is a flyer for the premiere of the Sore Losers at I put this together. This is yeah, yeah. Anyway, so this dog is driving me mad. What is wrong with you, Drew? You had, maybe that wasn't enough food. What's in this one? Oh, it's just it's a Playboy deal. More Mad Balls. Oh, this is the instruction sheet for my Cookie Monster puppet. And instruction sheet for the Bert one. And all that. This is when I won a contest at Six Flags in 1978. You get 1 free tickets. How about that? A bunch of photocopies of eight pagers, Tijuana Bibles, stuff you can't see. What are you up to, Drew? She's making me nervous. Drew, man, what is she doing? Drew, would you come over here, man? Look, a Britney Spears folder. There's nothing in it. Here's a Catwoman folder. It's got original ad for Frankenhooker. This band with a friend of mine, Sleazy Mancini. This is where I used to distribute my magazine, this bookstore, Forbidden Books. And then right next to it, another friend of mine ran a store called Zombie, which was a toy store. And then they combined the stores, the toy store and Forbidden, which was a magazine, comic book, video rental store, and coffee shop. And then this is a flyer that was put on windshields to tell you that the head of Procter & Gamble was a member of the Church of Satan. Perhaps you remember that. Oh, this is when I had a release party for the new issue of The Sophisticate, my magazine. That was the cover of one issue that was done by Charles Hancock. Here's Forbidden Books and Coffee, their April calendar, all the stuff they have on the calendar. Let's see. What is this, dog? What are you doing over here, doggy? Okay, Drew, we need to feed you again. And then we'll look at $60,000 approximately in comic books found. Here's a sketchbook from high school. Let's see what kind of artwork I was doing back in high school. I'll show that to you later. Right now, we need to go feed the pig, man. Then we'll look at comic books. Ugh! Come on, Drew. Oh, shit. Drew, no, you can't chew on. That's not a fucking toy. Drew wanted to chew on this. I guess he's from Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know. Looks like a dog toy, but amazingly it's not. Put that up here where the dog cannot get it in these bunny ears. If I put those on my head, then she can't get them. All right. My water. Oh, let's bring one more box out of the Wala Santa, Wala Sutu, Manakata, Wato, Watite. My water. Well, I got a bunch of board games that I need to put in the closet.